Hey guys, it's Ms. Schaefer, and we are going to be talking about microscopes today. So the type of microscopes we use at school are called light microscopes. A light microscope is an instrument that uses visible light and magnifying lenses to examine small objects, not visible to the naked eye, or in finer detail than the naked eye allows. When handling a microscope, you want to hold the microscope with one hand around the arm of the device and the other hand under the base. This is the most secure way to hold and walk with the microscope. When you're at school, your teacher will probably have these set in a secure place already, but if you needed to transport it from a cart to your desk or a lab table, that is the proper way to hold them. These microscopes range from $400 to $600, so it's really important we hold them securely without a risk of dropping it and damaging it in any way. So let's talk about the parts of the microscope. So if you can follow my mouse here, you can see that this is what we call the body tube. This is the ocular eyepiece. Over here, we call it the nose piece. This thing spins around so that you can change the objectives. We have a low power objective. The ones at our school, the low power is 4x, so 4 times magnification. The medium power is 10x magnification, and the high power is 40x magnification. Then I'm going to hop over here. This is the arm, and this black plate looking thing is the stage. And on the left, it talks about the stage clip. So when you have a slide, after you prepare a slide, you would move these clips out of the way, you place the slide on the stage, and then you clamp the clips on top of the slide to keep it secure and in place for you. There's also a diaphragm, which you can turn, and it allows you to adjust how much light is let through. So just like, in a camera, you can adjust the diaphragm to let a lot of light through or a little light through. It's the same thing with a microscope, and it kind of goes from levels 1 to 5, 5 being the most light. Down here is the lamp where the light is coming from. On this microscope, you have the coarse adjustment knob over here. That's the first knob you want to focus with, and it does most of the focusing for you. As you focus, it moves the stage up and down. And then once you get your, when you look through the ocular lens and it is almost just perfectly focused, but maybe just a teeny bit fuzzy, then you would use the fine adjustment knob. And then lastly, we have the base. So when you are doing labs with microscopes, your teacher may ask you what is the total magnification. And so what that means is, let's go back to this picture, your eyepiece or ocular lens already has a 10x magnification. And so the eyepiece is 10x, and then you have an option of 4, 10, or 40x. And so you kind of put those together to find your total magnification. And how you do that is you multiply the eyepiece or ocular lens, which is usually always 10x, by whatever power of objective you're using. Okay, so it's your eyepiece 10x times whatever magnification that you are using. So let's practice that real quick. So if you are using, you're looking through the eyepiece and you're using the 4x objective lens, so 10 times 4 would give you 40x magnification. If you're using the 40x magnification, so 10 times 40 would give you 400 times magnification. And if you're using the eyepiece and a 100 times objective, then 10 times 100 would give you 1000. Now, when focusing your microscope, You want to start by rotating the objective lens to the lowest power. So using the nose piece, these can spin around, and you always want to start at the lowest. Ours at school, the lowest is a 4x. So you start with the lowest power. You'll place the slide on the stage with the label side up if there's labels on it, and you'll use the stage clips to secure it in place. Then you'll use the coarse focus knob. On this one, it's the big knob over here. That's where you'll do most of your focusing. You'll use the coarse focus knob to get the object into focus. If you cannot see anything, you need to maybe move the slide slightly while viewing and focusing. And then once you get it almost perfect, maybe just a teeny bit fuzzy, you use the fine focus knob to fine tune and make the image sharper. If you want to increase the magnification, you need to lower the stage down by using your coarse focus knob. Then you rotate the objective lens to a higher power, and then you can repeat the steps. The reason why you want to lower your stage down is you don't want to risk scratching one of the lenses on the objective. If you are twisting it to a different objective, sometimes you can scrape that glass. So you want to be really careful. So you want to drop it down to its lowest setting, the stage, and then you can twirl it to the objective that you want to use. Now, in class, most years, non-COVID years, we do a cheek cell lab where we take a toothpick and we scrape it on the inside of our cheek for about a few seconds, and then we wipe that toothpick on a wet slide, put a cover slip on it, and then we look at our own cheek cells, and it's really cool because we can usually see our nucleus in all of the cells. But it is a non-COVID year. We also do a pond water lab where I get some kind of yucky pond water that I can find, and we make wet mount slides. So this is how you would do a wet mount slide. You would place a drop of fluid in the center of the eyepiece. Oh, sorry, of the eyepiece. Of the slide, not the eyepiece. That would not be good. Place a drop of fluid in the center of the slide. At an angle, you're going to place one side of the cover slip against the slide, making contact with the outer edge of the liquid drop. That's this picture right here. And then you're going to lower the cover slowly. You're going to lower it down slowly to avoid air bubbles. That's your best way. Sometimes you'll still get an air bubble or two, but this is the best way to not get any air bubbles. And then you can remove excess water with a paper towel. If there's any liquid that bubbles out from the edge, just clean that up with a paper towel. And then you can put it on your microscope stage, secure it with the clips, and then start focusing. And then on the last slide for today, it's just a really cool video that shows you all the cool things that you can see in the microscopic world. And so I definitely encourage you to watch that.